Hey guys, what's up? My name's Todd, and today we're playing a little bit of Modern Warfare 3 for the Xbox 360. I've got a game on Seatown of Team Deathmatch using the Striker, and I'm just kind of messing around with like an assault package, which I rarely really use, and even more rarely use the Striker, but I figured kind of screw around with it. I'm kind of getting toward the end of my prestige. I think I'm about level 70. So I figured, I'd mess around with different guns and stuff. I usually do this every time. But the shotguns I've always loved in all games. Black Ops, Modern Warfare 2, COD 4, and the ones in Modern Warfare 3 are kind of, I don't know, I don't necessarily put them on par with a lot of the other guns. But I'm finding out there are certain maps and different playstyles that you can use that you can do some damage with these things, and the Striker especially, like, it is a weapon that produces on a fairly consistent basis some very grotesque kills and in an almost comical manner. So I've been using it and kind of messing around with it last night, and I'll probably keep using it for a little bit. Maybe the next Prestige I'll use shotguns a little more. So that way when I post some videos it'll be a decent mixture of gameplay and stuff. But the last time I had posted a Call of Duty game, I was kind of talking about, I had an interview last week with a potential new job at a used bookstore, and I had a lot of people like, oh dude, you're so much better than a bookstore and blah blah blah, but like, honestly, that I don't have that real sense of entitlement. I know a lot of Americans, especially, I'm sure I have people outside the States. Actually, I'm 100% positive I have people outside of the States that watch my channel, but maybe this is something that goes across the board with everybody. But in the US especially, I've found that people have a really big sense of entitlement that many jobs are below them, and honestly, there are not many jobs that are below me. Like, I could do pretty much whatever and be okay with it, as long as I was okay with it, if that makes sense. I mean, like, I can do a job as long as I'm happy, and if it's, flipping burgers with a group of friends, then that would be a sweet job, you know what I mean? Like, it would have to have certain, like, elements that would have to convince me that it's an okay job. But, I mean, it's like, I just don't see how people get across, or, get that feeling of, certain jobs are below them, like maybe they're better than certain work. I can 100% understand being overqualified for work and not wanting a job because of that. I just totally nuked myself because I saw like I was going for me. Excuse me. But like, I think the most sense of entitlement comes from people who are like maybe ashamed of doing certain work or whatnot. I don't know, but either way, the working at this bookstore is something I would totally be proud of doing. That's why I applied in the first place. Excuse me, man, my throat is like closing up. I'm dying. But I did get that interview. That's kind of what I want to talk about. I got the interview last week. It went pretty well, I thought. And it's always like kind of weird when you have an interview and like you're getting along with the people that you're talking to. In this case, I had basically the main manager and the assistant manager both in the room, and totally it was actually nice. I was able to like go over a lot of the things that I wanted to make sure they understood about me, and in terms of my experience and what I like and don't like and that kind of stuff. And I felt like we had a pretty decent connection, not in a way that I think we were all going to start making out in the office, but like in the way that they knew where I was coming from, and I was on board with what they were talking about, the job description and everything. But we interviewed for about like maybe 45 minutes to an hour-ish, so it was decent length. But unfortunately, I didn't hear anything back from them. I ended up calling on Monday and spoke with the assistant manager, and he was like, yeah, well, we kind of are leaning towards some people, and we haven't heard back from one person. We're kind of waiting on one more person before we make a decision, and he's told me, we'll call you back regardless. So, and that was good because I wasn't really sure, like, am I just going to be waiting forever, and then finally that this thing just passes over me, like several weeks pass, and that's just kind of this depressing, like, oh, okay, I guess I didn't get that job. But, he told me, we'll call you, and let you know. So, like, the other morning they actually called, and he was like, I want to offer you the position. And I was like, yes, I'm not really that interested. I've only applied there like 5 times. Which he thankfully took as a joke because that was the case. Yeah, so I totally got a new job, and I'm going to be working there at the beginning of the year, so like the 3rd or so. And I'm just super duper excited. I'm really excited, happy for you guys, or happy because of you guys, I guess maybe is the better way to say this. Anybody that supported me, that was awesome, and just knowing that people are like rooting for you is really, I don't know, it's a lot more like inspiring than if I was doing this alone. And like, I've done it alone, and it definitely was a lot different than, when you're just kind of waiting, and you have family and friends that are like, yeah, dude, hopefully you get that job, that'll be tight, and that's about the extent of, the support you have. And just since I've kind of been maintaining an online presence, I don't know what was up with that guy who's like invulnerable, but being able to hear back from you guys, and hearing, just some of the inspiring stuff that you guys have said, and very encouraging, and like, I don't know, ego stroking things. I don't normally, I mean, I like hearing that I'm cool, to an extent, like hearing like that I'm capable of the things that I enjoy. Everybody, I guess, likes hearing words of encouragement, but in this time especially, it was very, very well received and super appreciated, and I just wanted to say thank you to you guys. So, I'll be working more hours, but I'll have more money, so I'll be able to do the things that I want with my channel. Hopefully get some equipment. I definitely want to do some stuff with the camera. I need to get a new camera to where I can post, live things. And I don't know, I just think that it's going to be all good things for the channel. And I'm not going to go too far into talking about what's to come, because I hate channels that do that. Like, the whole premise of the channel is talking about what they're about to do, as opposed to just putting stuff out that people want to watch. Like this, I consider this video I'm talking about what's going on in my life, and that's an entertaining video. I do not consider a good video like something where I'm like, sorry about not posting, I'm gonna post this and this next time. And I've done that a few times lately, but whatever. I don't know if you guys caught that baller ending, but it was kinda tight. That was me. Here, have a knife. That's not a knife. Anyway, the last couple days or so have been awesome. I've been just kind of on the high of considering the new prospects of my job and stuff, so I'm super excited. I'm going to start next week with some new videos, probably some Skyrim, which kind of wanted to talk about to you guys now. The top video that you guys see up here is actually a clip of Skyrim footage that I just put out the other day, and it's kind of discussing what a possible Skyrim series is going to entail. And if you guys have any interest at all in Skyrim and watching me play it, and participating in any kind of interactive experience, with Skyrim and YouTube, then please watch that video and tell me what class you want to see me play, because what you guys decide ultimately is going to be what I play. So if you post a cool idea for a class, that's what I'm going to put. That's what I'm going to play. If you guys thumbs up somebody else's idea that you're like, all right, that seems cool, or maybe that's what I was going to post anyway, so I'll just thumbs up this dude's thing, I'll play it. The video below that is just another Call of Duty game on hard hat and using the Type 95, which is probably going to be like one of the last times I use the gun for uploading purposes, because it's just everywhere. Even though I like using the gun a lot, I'm in the mode of, all right, let's see what else is out there. I want to mess around with other guns. But it's another team deathmatch game, pretty I don't know, random, I guess, in terms of some of the kills that happen in it. But yeah, good game overall. I think that's about all I got. I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. So super duper thanks again for supporting me, and thanks definitely for watching this video. That's always tight. But yeah, it's about all I got. Take it easy, guys.